Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're cracking the code on what really separates the world's best business leaders from, well, everyone else. It's like they're all speaking a secret language, a language that cuts right through all the noise and complexity. And guess what? By the time we're done here, you're going to be speaking it too.
Okay, so let's just jump right in with a big question. Think about the CEOs of the biggest, most successful companies on the planet. What's the one thing they all have in common? It's not a fancy MBA, and it's not some magic personality trait. No, it's something way, way more basic.
And here's the answer, and it might surprise you. They think exactly like a street vendor. And I mean that literally. This isn't just some cute analogy. It's the absolute core of their business smarts, the ability to boil down every huge, complicated decision to its simplest form. Just like someone selling hot dogs from a cart has to do every single day just to make rent. I mean, just look at this comparison. On one side, you've got global operations, supply chains spanning continents, billions of dollars. And on the other, a sidewalk cart, a few dozen items in inventory, and cash in a pocket. The scale is wildly different. But here's the kicker. Their fundamental approach is exactly the same. So, this shared way of thinking, this is what we're calling the universal language of business. It's basically a secret decoder ring. Once you have it, you can look inside any organization, a giant corporation, a small nonprofit, a tech startup, and instantly understand what's really going on. And you know what the best part is? This incredibly powerful language, it isn't complicated. You don't need a PhD in finance to get it. In fact, the whole thing is built on just 4 simple, fundamental building blocks. And here they are. The only 4 words you need to know. Customers, cash, return, and growth. That's it. That's the whole language. If you can master these 4 concepts, you'll not only understand what the CEO is thinking, you'll be fluent. All right, first word, customers. Everything starts right here. I mean, it's the foundation. You can have the most brilliant idea in the history of the world, but if nobody is willing to actually pay you for it, you don't have a business. You have a hobby. It's all about solving a real problem for a real person, period. Okay, next up, cash generation. The source material calls this a company's oxygen supply, and that is the perfect way to think about it. Now, this isn't profit on a spreadsheet. It's much simpler. Think about our street vendor. At the end of the day, after they've paid for their supplies, what's the actual physical cash left in their hand? That's cash flow. And without it, a business suffocates fast. Now, this brings us to what's basically a universal law of business physics. Return equals margin times velocity. See, making money isn't just about your profit margin. You know, how much you make on each thing you sell. It's also about velocity, how fast you can sell it, get the cash, and do it all over again. And this story just brings it to life perfectly. You've got a woman in a Nicaraguan market. She's working with a tiny 10% margin. How could she possibly survive? Because she was a master of rotation, of velocity. She knew she had to sell out her entire inventory and then do it again and again, all in the same day. That speed is what made her successful. That's pure business street smarts. And the final building block is growth. The thinking here is pretty stark. In business, either you are growing or you are dying. There is no standing still. In a world that is always moving forward, if you're not growing, you're actually falling behind. Growth is what creates energy, opportunity, and attracts the best people. So where do leaders look for that growth? Well, they often use a super simple but powerful tool like this, called the Growth Box. It helps map out the possibilities. Can we sell more of what we already have to our current customers? Or maybe invent something new for them? What about finding totally new customers? Or tackling completely new problems? This is the strategic map to the future.
Okay, so we've got the 4 basic words down. Customers, cash, return, growth. Now, how do the best leaders combine those words to go beyond just making money and start creating real long-term wealth?
Well, the key is this thing called the price-to-earnings ratio, or PE ratio. You can think of it as the market's grade on a company's future potential. It acts like a powerful multiplier, taking the profits a company makes today
and turning it into wealth for everyone who has a stake in it, from big investors to employees with stock options. So look at this number, 36. At one point, this was Starbucks' PE ratio. What does that mean? It means that for every single dollar of profit Starbucks earned, the market said, we believe in you so much, we're going to create $36 of value from that $1. That is the incredible power of this multiplier effect.
And let's be clear, this isn't just some game for Wall Street. As Howard Schultz, the CEO of Starbucks, puts it right here, creating that value is a shared mission. When a company does well and the market recognizes it, that creates real security, real opportunity, and real wealth for the people showing up to work there every single day. So you've learned the language, you've seen how it all connects. Now the really important part. How do you actually use this? This is all about taking these ideas and making them part of your personal toolkit, no matter what your job title is. And here's your cheat sheet. These are the fundamental questions that get to the absolute heart of any business. Start getting curious. Start asking these about your own company, your own department, even your own projects. This is how you stop thinking just like a specialist and start thinking like a business leader. So it really all comes down to this. You have the decoder ring, you get the 4 building blocks, you now speak the universal language of business. The only question left is, what are you going to do with it? What will you say?